Hello there, everybody. I'm Mel Allen, and this is Baseball Collector.
Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, Baseball Collector, and today is another special video that I'm excited to do. This is a player showcase, kind of a walk through history, a walk through cardboard with my favorite player of all time, Lou Gehrig. And Lou Gehrig is one of the guys that epitomizes sportsmanship and fair play and longevity and stamina and just so many great character qualities. He is someone that if you learn about him, you cannot help but walk away admiring Lou Gehrig. The life that he led, the ball player that he was, the accomplishments that he made, it was unbelievable. I mean, just to give you some ideas, he was a 7-time All-Star. He won the World Series 6 times with the Yankees. He won the AL MVP twice. He was a Triple Crown winner in 1934. Led the league in home runs 3 times, RBIs 5 times. He was the first player ever to hit 4 home runs in a game. He was the New York Yankees captain from 1935 to 1939. And his number 4 was retired by the New York Yankees, making him the first player ever to receive that honor. So let's start by going through a little bit of cardboard history with Lou Gehrig. He doesn't have a ton of cards out there in the world, at least during his playing days. But the first one is this one right here, the 1925 Exhibits. And what's great about this card is that it's considered his rookie card. And by a lot of people, it's really, kind of, not appreciated as much as it probably should be for its place in history. But you see here, you've got this black and white photo, kind of that small text down at the bottom. I love how it actually is his full name, Henry L. Gehrig. And it's a blank back card, but just an absolutely beautiful picture of Gehrig swinging. Next up, I'm getting right into it, but the 1933 DeLong. This card is just gorgeous. It's probably like the #1 card I would love to get. Like if you could say, if you could have any baseball card in kind of a mid-decent grade, 4, 5, or 6, I would pick this baseball card. And it's because it's just a well-designed baseball card. It is probably one of the most popular cards in the entire 1930s. Certainly in the DeLong set, this is the most popular card, and it's a limited release kind of thing. It wasn't as widely available as, say, Gaudi's and things like that at the time, which just makes it even more special to me. Next up is the 1933 U.S. Caramel. This is a wonderful card. It's again a beautiful set design, really simple, and it's just so cool. What was weird about it though is the U.S. Caramel card. These are really rare because at the time when they released the cards, you could complete an entire set and send it in to receive a glove or a baseball, and so that makes it, people turn them in. It's funny, a lot of people would, this card is amazing. Babe Ruth is also in this set. It's just a great, cool set. Lots of Hall of Famers in this set. Next up is the only Lou Gehrig playing card that I own. And y'all have seen this before on my channel because it's my favorite baseball card. People have asked me when I did my top 30 cards of all time or in my collection, what's my favorite, and it's this card right here. It's the 33 Gaudy Gehrig. Again, I only have a 2. I will never get rid of this card. It is incredibly special to me because it was the first really kind of high-end card that I ever bought, and I just absolutely love it. Next up is the first of 2 cards in the 1934 Gowdy set in which Gehrig appears. And these are really great because it says at the bottom, Lou Gehrig says. That's what the 1934 set, all the cards had kind of a commentary from Lou Gehrig about the players that were pictured. On Gehrig's cards, actually, Philadelphia Phillies outfielder Chuck Klein would give the commentary, but he does do some discussing of kind of how he feels about his own swing and things like that. So there's 2 cards again. There's the yellow one here, and then that's card number 37. And then also in the set right here, you see the green background Lou Gehrig, which is number 61. They're both great. I would take either one of them and be thrilled to death to have them in my collection. Next up is a kind of peculiar card. It's a 1935 Shutter Johnson candy. So I know Dave Blue Jacket 66 will appreciate this as a kind of food issue, quirky thing that was done in candy boxes or candy wrappers or whatever. And it's got Major League Secrets is what the quotes are, funny from star players all around the major leagues. Lou Gehrig says, "Hit the ball where it is pitched." Thanks, Lou. That's good advice. It's kind of funny because it's like painfully obvious, right? But there's also tips on the back of the cards, and this is really just cool little quirky thing. Next up is his 1939 exhibits card. And what's great about this card is it's the last playing days card of Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig would go on to retire in 1939. And he really, his consecutive game streak stopped at 2,130 games. It's kind of interesting that this card is also in exhibits, as was his 1925 rookie card. So you've got bookends of his career highlighted by cards in the exhibit set. Let me tell you a few things about some, career statistics of Lou Gehrig. He was, like I said, all-star, MVPs, all those fun things, but he hit 340 for his career. He had 2,721 hits, 493 home runs, and 1,995 runs batted in. All of those career statistics certainly would have been higher because he would have probably played at least a couple of more years. So 500 home runs was absolutely likely, 2,000 runs batted in, etc. Let me tell you how good Lou Gehrig was and how well thought of he is in the baseball community. In 1969, the Baseball Writers Association of America voted Lou Gehrig as the greatest first baseman of all time. In 1999, when Major League Baseball did a fan-based voting for the Major League Baseball All-Century team, Lou Gehrig got the most votes of any player. And of course, he's in the Hall of Fame, was elected the year after he retired. The year he did retire in 1939. And so he is just well recognized as one of the greatest players ever of all time. After Lou Gehrig retired, he continued to be on cardboard. He made appearances in all kinds of sets, especially for Topps. This first one here is one of the first Topps issues ever, and it's the 1951 Topps Connie Mack All-Stars. And this card has just got a brilliant design. The red color pops. It's just gorgeous. It's a little pop-out card, so it's really hard to find these in really good condition because they're kind of die cut and you can kind of cut them out. But definitely deserving to be on the Connie Mack All-Star team, all-time All-Star team. Next up is this card here that I have. In 1962 Topps, Lou Gehrig made an appearance on the Babe Ruth Special subset that was in 1962 Topps. Pictured there, that was on Lou Gehrig Day, actually, on July 4th, 1939, where Gehrig famously gave his Luckiest Man speech. In fact, that's the title of his biography, which I would suggest reading to anyone that wants to learn about Lou Gehrig. The book is called Luckiest Man. And what's ironic about that is, you know, Lou Gehrig didn't even want to talk, and he had to be convinced to do so by Ed Barrow, the owner, and the manager at the time, Joe McCarthy. I was going blank there for a second. Joe McCarthy, the manager of the Yankees, to say something, and he gave his speech. I will put a link down below if you want to click on it and go watch that speech. I'll link you to the Major League Baseball website where they have that speech and kind of talking about that. But that is what that picture's from. Great card there. Gehrig continued to be pictured in cardboard. Here he is on the 1972 Kellogg's All-Time Baseball Greats, which I do believe this was the cards created from the 1969 voting done by the Baseball Writers Association of America. This 1972 Kellogg's Greatest First Baseman in a mint 9. Absolutely love it. Great picture. In 1973, Topps did a subset where they essentially commemorated all the all-time leaders in different statistical categories. At the time, Lou Gehrig had hit the most grand slams ever of any player. He had hit 23, and that has since been surpassed by Alex Rodriguez, but still a great card there. Again, the greatness of Lou Gehrig is recognized in 1976 Topps, where he was listed as a Sporting News all-time all-star for first base. What's ironic about this picture, it's a great picture of Lou Gehrig swinging, but look at the stadium. Like, where is everybody? If I could get to watch Lou Gehrig, I think I'd show up. So Gehrig's been in Allen and Ginter sets and all kinds of things since then, you know, recently. But one of my favorite things is to get relic cards of all the Hall of Famers, and Gehrig is one I have several of. Let me move this back so you can see it. This first one here, these are all from Panini Immaculate. The set's called Accolades, and so you can see here there's a piece of bat. This card is actually numbered to 99, so it's surprisingly easy to get. That's a pretty high number, as you'll see in a minute. High numbering. But his career World Series average was 361. That's what that commemorates. That's the Accolade. The next year, the Accolade's design changed slightly. This is really hard to see, isn't it? Can you see it? That's better like that, see? You can see down there he had a 632 slugging percentage. This one's numbered to 25, but is a beautiful piece of jersey there. So really neat card there. He has so many accolades that he was actually in this set twice. The next one is commemorating his 1995 career runs batted in. This one's numbered to 25. I guess they started running out of material because the next year they did Immaculate Legends, and this card is only numbered to 5, but it has a beautiful piece and swatch of jersey there, so that is awesome. So there's all my Lou Gehrig game used cards, game used relic cards I should say. And what would be a video of mine without a Hall of Fame autograph? So there is mine of Lou Gehrig. This is a beautiful cut from an autograph book or something, where you have George Selkirk, Ben Chapman, Frank Crosetti, Tony Lazzeri, who is a very tough Hall of Famer to get, and then of course right there Lou Gehrig. I still need to send this. I've had this for a number of years, and I've never sent it in to have the autograph graded, because you actually have to pay to get all of the autographs graded. And so I've just never felt like sending it in and having it screwed with, and you know, I'm just thrilled to own it. Maybe someday I'll be able to pick up another Lou Gehrig autograph, but for now, this is the one I have in my collection. So there you go, guys. We'll end it there. I really hope you enjoyed learning about Lou Gehrig, his career, his life, and I hope you learned some things reading along and hearing me talk about Lou Gehrig. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day and keep collecting.